Alright, so as I stated in my Notice of Appeal update video, I am now going to call the 0800, hang fire, just got to go and get my phone. Watch the magic of speed. Okay, granted there might have been some edit in there. Right, so let's give them a call. Now they do say 80% of their calls are answered within 2 minutes. Last time it took them 4.5, but we'll see if it works this time for them. Let me just turn that.
Thank you for calling the Ministry of Justice. Your call will be recorded for training.
One.
Ministry of Justice, speaking with Caroline. How can I help?
Hi Caroline, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, a box of fluffy ducks as always. Shall I give you a PPN number?
Yes, please. What's that?
14.
And do you want to give me your full name and date of birth?
Sure, it's Mark Donald Eric Keane, and Mum tells me it's...
You know by any other legal names, Mark?
Not that I'm aware of. Absolutely.
And I've got CKA Mark.
Yep, OTHO Keen at gmail.com.
Correct, thank you. And are you still banking with Westpac?
No, haven't had a Westpac account for 15 years.
That's okay, thank you. Okay. So I can see there's an outstanding balance of 280, and that's been put on hold until the 31st of August.
31st. Oh, okay. I was unaware it had been put on hold. The reason for my call today is there's been a discrepancy on the court costs. First of all, I'm appealing the whole judgment. Last time I spoke to you guys in the Ministry of Justice, they suggested that I go and get a copy of the transcript and judgment from the 30th of June, because the court costs that the JP on the day stated was $30, not $130. So there's been some misrepresentation and fraudulent activity going on from the Ministry of Justice issuing that notice. So that's in my appeal, and what I'd done is I'd sent you through, guys, at the email inquiries email to the Department of Collections there, the one on the back of your notice.
This is this is a fine from Auckland Transport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the only outstanding fine you have on record at the moment, because the last one was finished paid off last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you wanting to dispute this, correct?
Well, I'm appealing the decision from the 30th of June, and I've just filed that in the High Court this morning. And part of the appeal is I've also put an application for a stay of enforcement under the High Court Rules 2010. So I'm just, basically my call today is to let you guys and keep you on the same page as to what's happening, and I've emailed the notice of appeal and those documents to that email inquiries at Department of Collections for you guys, so you have that on record as well. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a CIV number and everything in due course now that I've filed it with the High Court. But I just want you guys to be informed that the notice, because last time I spoke to you a couple of weeks ago, I'd let you guys know that I was going to appeal, but until I had the transcript, which is ironic that I need a transcript from the Ministry of Justice to prove that the Ministry of Justice in error issued the wrong court costs. And ironically, Manukau District Court have remained absolutely silent and ignored any applications. They haven't even acknowledged the application. They've just had their lip. So I've got no response from them. So if the Ministry, if the Manukau District Court Registry don't want to supply me the transcript, which will prove they've done that notice of fine in error, then and they want to say no to me, then they can go ahead and try saying no to the High Court, because the High Court can now request the transcript in my notice of appeal.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that's why your matter's been put off to the 31st of August.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So so long as it's on hold, I'm happy with that. And I just really wanted to give you a courtesy call today and say that I've emailed you through the notice of appeal, so you have all the same documentation the High Court does, and we'll see how things go from now on.
So you leave it to the Manukau District Court?
So, no, I haven't. Not to Manukau District Court. I've emailed it to the Auckland High Court, because that's where the appeal's been filed.
Oh, yeah. You're appealing it to High Court.
Yeah.
Was it a matter before a judge, or was it a judicial?
Well,
a JP or a community magistrate?
Well, it's anybody's guess at the moment, because as I haven't been supplied any documentation, I don't know who it was before. They didn't identify themselves. I'm suspecting it was a Justice of the Peace, because there were two of them. You know, there's usually the one doing the writing and the one doing the talking.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it was a JP.
Yeah, so if the hearing was before a JP, then the appeal would have been to the district court judge, because they can
again, without being supplied that information, I'm not going to know, and I'm not really interested in mucking around with a district court that's not acting in its correct capacity anyway. I have the right to appeal in the High Court. I don't have to go back to the same court that's already let me down once, and especially given they're not responding or having any correspondence with me in my applications, then off to the High Court it is, and we'll go to the yeah.
Okay, I'll put in a note and I say you're appealing it.
Yeah, and that you guys have been supplied that via your inquiries email. What is it?
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, fines inquiry. Yeah.
Okay then, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
All the best.
Thank you very much. You have an awesome day, eh?
Bye.
Bye now. Alright guys, so I didn't get told that last time, so that fine has been put on hold until the 31st of August. Hopefully that'll give the High Court enough time. Now she's trying to say because it was in front of a JP last time, I should go and file back at the District Court. Why would I want to donkey dick around with a low-level court that 90% of the time you instantly get found guilty and have to appeal anyway in a higher jurisdiction? Whether it was before a JP, a judge, community magistrate, I don't give a fuck. It was still in Manukau District Court. I have no trust and confidence in them doing their job properly, and if they say, oh no, this should be put back before a judge now in District Court, I'm not interested in wasting any more of my time and effort in a district court, and especially Manukau, when they've proven themselves to be completely incompetent at their job, communications and everything else. So High Court it is, not dicking around. You know, she's trying to say, well, you can appeal in the District Court. Well, I do know I can do that, and the matter must be put before a judge. But why? Why should I have to reenact it? It's not in the public interest to retrial a bus lane ticket. I found that out with my $80 ticket back in 2017. Judge Mathers. That's the reason I won that one, is because they lost the entire 5-hour court trial, and it's not in the public interest to waste more time retrialing something because they stuffed up and breached their own criminal procedure rules by failing to keep a permanent court record. So it had to get thrown out. So again, not dicking around with the District Court anymore. They've proven themselves to be absolutely ridiculous. I've gone through the steps. Now I am not interested in going back to the District Court. I'm going straight to High Court. But I knew someone was going to try pulling that one on me. Anyway guys, much love to yous. Keep you informed and we will see how we go. But as far as the Department of Collection's concerned, it's on hold until the 31st of August. And when I find out more information before then, hopefully from the Auckland High Court, I'll give them another call and keep them informed, because knowledge is power. And as long as I'm keeping them informed, I am not being silent and I'm not acquiescence by silence. You know, silence is acquiescence. If you shut up and don't respond to somebody making an allegation, you're accepting what they're saying. Always rebut a false allegation. Okay guys, just another quick little addendum to this one. A few days back, just to be cheeky, I think it might have been on Saturday, I emailed Mary, the prosecutor for AT that was at the hearing on the 30th. And I didn't tell him I'm appealing, you know, what he doesn't know, he can't respond to. So all I basically said is that, can you please confirm my records show that the decision on the 30th said $150 and $30 costs. Is this correct? And I said I'd contacted Manukau District Court and haven't had a response as yet, and left it at that. Well, he's just sent me this email where he clearly says your records are correct. Okay, so even further proof, I'm also going to ring up the Department of Collections again and ask them what evidence is sufficient to show that there was an error, you know, sufficient in the Ministry of Justice Department of Collections standards. What will they accept to show that the court fine was, what's written on that notice of fine is misleading and error? And we'll see what they have to say. And I'll ask them, if I forward the email from the prosecutor, the other party, also saying that it was $30 costs, or that my records are correct, will that suffice? And it's just simply because I don't care that the fine's on hold, but I want it to be fucking accurate. If they want to, you know, say in a month's time, or the appeal doesn't go through, or something happens, and they go back to no longer putting it on hold and then start to try and enforce it, I don't want them chasing $280. They can go after $180 if that's, you know, what they need to do. But, you know, I just want their records to be correct and to show that the Ministry of Justice misleadingly and misrepresented what the findings of that matter were by issuing court costs of $130. And then I'll deal with them in the negligence. So it's real simple. I didn't create this, I didn't start it, but I certainly will finish it. Simple. Alright guys, and of course accountability is just an extra little bonus. Alright guys, much love, take care, see you again, bye.
You are fined $150 with court costs of $30. Thank you.
Can I ask how the prosecution proved I was the driver?
You were the registered owner, and you didn't
That's not in debate.
You didn't file a defence.
Pardon? Yeah. I'm just curious, Your Honour. No offence at all.
No, okay, thank you.
May I have a copy of the transcript from today?
You can apply to the court for a transcript.
Sure, I'll put an application for documents finality. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day, sir.
Thank you.